So as it happens, this wizard has a bunch of weapons, a bunch of ammo, a bunch of explosives, and some scrolls, including a few that we have not identified. But he's also diseased in some way, so we're very frail right now. We could fall over very quickly in like 2 hits. We really need a potion of curing. And we also are very low on meds. The last run I had, we did not run this low because we had Treasure Hunter. So I guess that's where we're feeling it. We have like pretty much a lot of other stuff in the weapons, ammo, explosives. But we're low on the lighting, we're low on the medicine. Yep. But here we are. Depth 7, we explore. I think I want to pre-toss some items to spare the weight. And so we explore. Bloody walls. I wonder if these very dark rooms are worth exploring at all. We're still gonna open this. It's gonna set me on fire if I don't kill it immediately, I think. Oh. Okay, that was bad. That was bad. I think my hand basically slipped, essentially. I think we might actually die here. That would be pretty anticlimactic, to just immediately die. But I think that's gonna happen unless we manage to heal, I guess, with this enchantment scroll. I failed to concentrate. Yeah, okay. Well, that was... Well, that's alright. With 5 feeble senses, we pretend to comprehend the boundlessly complex cosmos. Yet other beings might not only see very differently, but might see and study whole worlds of matter, energy, and life, which lie close at hand, yet can never be detected with the senses we have. What do I want to do next? We could run it back. Because as I see it, leveled up Darkbolt isn't that impressive either. I think I kind of want to try some sort of melee tough guy. We'll just heal. We'll just see how this feels. Oh, this guy doesn't get... also doesn't get Treasure Hunter. You know, I don't know, sometimes when I go into a thing after a break, you know, my mind's not entirely there for the survival. You know, I already knew that my HP was low and that fire could wreck me really, really fast, and I had no way to put it out. So I should have been more careful. I would have survived that if I had Dark Bolted instead, you know? Let's see. I think... I want something that can fight through most enemies, I find. But I also has, Treasure Hunter. So Rogue, it seems. So who gets Treasure Hunter? Because not everyone does. I haven't actually looked at most of these other ones, since I've only been playing, mostly the Wizard for the couple of runs that I've played. So it's like, only ones that get Treasure Hunter are the Clairvoyance and the Rogue. I don't know, I feel kind of strangely about the Clairvoyant. It did get me to the deepest depth that I've gotten to. I think a lot of it based on the strength of being able to see creatures, you know, beyond just line of sight. Even though that's, you know, not always saved my life. Because even during a fight, the Clairvoyant doesn't really have the most firepower. So in a prolonged fight, you're always attracting enemies from further away with your noise. I think I'll try the Rogue and see what we can do with sort of playing the same idea of pushing forward without getting into like situations of being surrounded, staying away from prolonged harmful situations. So it seems like there's an undead to the south, and then there's the snakes to the west. We don't have a great way to handle an undead, unless we just stab it, and kill it immediately. I mean, back when I was playing Wimpy Wizard, it's like if we had to take a fight, we would just use ammo as much as we can. you know, just use the resource of the gun. Okay, so undead here. This gate is loud. Huh. Where did the smell come from? To my west? Perhaps? Is it worth it to try to fight through these worms to my south? I think there's further beyond it is just more. It seemed like I was smelling undead from there. But if I don't try to explore that, then I would be going through undead here, snakes here. Here it's just kind of weird because I'll be surrounded by worms. See, I did smell undead here, except I'm not seeing them. So like, what was I smelling? What was I sensing earlier? Snake. Undead. It sees me. Except its pathing and decision making is kind of strange. Oh, I'm wounded? So is there no prize in this area? Wounds take so much medical resources. Okay, so there's nothing here to get. Okay, so the staircase is somewhere to the south then. Not sure if we're gonna win this fight, actually. Okay, so we're kind of at that point with the shock, so we might just want to escape and get to the next floor. I sense a great danger. So I think the rogue has an ability that gives it warning of, you know, creatures, right? So that probably means we're seeing something, we're sensing something special. It might be one of those like special zombies or some other kind of legendary unique creature. The dynamite, I guess, will be good for that. Banging to the north, a door. Often when I hear banging, it's undead. Okay, let's see if we can stab them. We tried to stab them, except that we missed. I wonder if kicking does anything here. I feel okay with experimenting a bit. Okay. It's being followed too. Which is mainly bad because that would mean that whatever's following it can hear if I fight it. I think I want to kick it against a wall so that I can stab it afterwards. So kicking it against a wall maybe doesn't paralyze it. Okay. So it seems... not sure. Kicking it to make distance is maybe what helps to paralyze it. Because the 2 times I tried to kick it against a wall, it did not get paralyzed. I wonder if that's a thing. Okay, so it can sense unique monsters. I feel a little okay with just experimenting and trying to learn things, even though it feels kind of weird. Like it's a completely different way to play than if you're trying your hardest to win, you know? Like immediately on this, you know, very moment, always trying to win. It's probably better overall, you know, for long-term performance. It's just, I don't know, I guess you're getting a different kind of practice, different kind of exercise out of it. Like, I haven't actually tried most of these classes. It's been 90% occultist for me. 95%. So I feel a bit okay with just trying things. So war veteran can get very good with guns. Maximum damage. Standing still. Does that mean skipping a turn? Like, I guess if you shoot, it would disable this on the next turn. I think if you're playing War Veteran, one way you can go is just be very good at melee, be very hard to kill, and then only take fights in like choke points. So it's dexterous or melee fighter if I want to try that. Now, do you already start with decent melee combat? But like, your hit chance is already pretty high, I think. And you just want to avoid needing to heal. But then melee damage is also another way to just avoid taking damage. Just kill things faster. And then there's also ranged damage is even better for that. We'll see how the melee goes, I think. Start with a Tommy gun. Chest empty. It's pretty sketchy because this guy's about to shoot me. I don't know. I would have to smoke grenade if I don't want him to shoot me. Okay, that didn't work. Did the smoke grenade... Okay, the smoke grenade needed a turn. we miss a lot when we're in a dark area. So it's like enemies can see in the dark, but I can't. Like, I've been trying to hit this thing for... I don't know why it took so long. We missed like 3 times. Missing attacks feels really bad. We still have some time to explore. Though I don't know if we still have time, because if we try to come back here, I think that our shock will be full. So I think here we'll just heal up and then leave. Can we still explore? Okay, so accuracy felt good here. But now I think I want to leave. Okay, an alarm. So there might be enemies coming towards us now. Huh. Weird that... I guess it's the occultist that is better able to see traps. Magical traps. Alright, so this cultist, we're gonna need to shoot him. How long I've been wearing this. I think it only activates... Oh. It also reduces my accuracy, so I've been wasting... some of my attacks while wearing the gas mask. So this cultist here... I can get him at pretty close range, it seems. So I kick him to death. I'm gonna want to test out this rod and the scroll. Shockwave? Okay, so it does not have a lot of range. I think it's only directly around me. And we can also try out this scroll. Teleport. Okay. So where do we want to explore? We can still explore north and east here. So we have better accuracy if we kick and paralyze them. So I want to see if that's reliable. It's sometimes not reliable against like things with weird anatomy, but I think it should work against an enemy that's human. See, that's the thing. If you shoot randomly, you're just wasting ammo, right? So let's see if the kicking is good. Odd thing here is that I'm not getting a chance to shoot him, really, while he's paralyzed. But we are paralyzing him reliably, at least when we get distance. I'll have to test and see if that's different when, like, we're kicking them against a wall. Because last time I tried kicking someone against a wall, it didn't work. Didn't paralyze them. Okay, so we already have really capable melee fighting. We can take damage reduction or just more melee fighting. Which, for however long it lasts, it's reliable against like human enemies. So we'll just see where this goes. Right now we need to try not to take too much insanity damage while we get to the next level. Here we have to go through this dark room, so +3 pitchfork. I don't know if it's necessarily better. Has reach. So I think we'll try it. And when you stab them, it pushes them back. The only thing is that it misses a lot, but we have melee accuracy. So this could be interesting. I don't know if we're gonna need to take carry weight soon. Actually, we might need this. No, if we find something that we can't, that takes less piercing damage, then we could just kick it, right? So we shouldn't need the hammer, I think. What are we gonna drop? I guess a sawn off. Thing is, the sawn off is better for your shotgun shells because it does a bit more damage, except that you can't really use it in a sustained fight. Except that we're kicking. And kicking should help with that. Like, it gives us time to reload, technically. Except that if we're always kicking someone, if we're able to kick someone, then we actually don't really need the shotgun. We should be able to stun lock them with just kicking. It's weird, the pump shotgun and the sawn-off shotgun weigh the same. If we use the pump shotgun, it's basically like a stronger pistol. If we use the sawn-off, it's basically like burst damage for 2 turns. 2 shots. Now, does it seem like the pitchfork's piercing damage is worse against things that resist piercing? Kinda. Okay, so if we fight here, then we might be able to paralyze the skull. Okay, so one kick is enough to kill it. Two. Here, I'm going to test out the pitchfork's ability to keep enemies away. It pushes things back if you successfully hit, which should be good here. It is frustrating that, you know, without taking a trait, you can't carry most of the things that you find. It is realistic, though. I think we're just gonna identify this. We don't have any magical ways to find, like, to identify things, so we're like resigned that we have to find out what things do by using them, at least until we find an insight potion. Whoa, I dropped it? That's okay. Okay, so we're using it. A potion of spirit. It's not too useful for us. Such an interesting ability. When I hit with the pitchfork, it's as if they're getting hit with a kick and they're paralyzed. What are we gonna drop? Are we gonna give up one of the guns? One of the pistols? We could probably drop this Winchester because the next time we find ammo for it, it'll probably also give us a new rifle. Okay, so the exploration is kind of a mess right now. If we can try to explore these... Is that a Tommy gun? Okay, so when they come here... If they come here... I'm not really sure where they went. Okay. Tommy gun drums are really lightweight. Like, unusually lightweight. So we're pretty good on firepower. Mainly because, I guess, a lot of it because we've just been punching things to death and not using any of the firepower that we found. I'm not really sure at what point we're gonna feel that melee is not enough and that we need to start using guns. The weird thing is that, like, there's no real reason to use occult if they're in pitchfork range, and pitchfork range is pretty large. So we really could just drop some of these guns. This is really effective. An axe isn't really necessary. It helps to break down doors. But we're also pretty strong that I think we can break down doors even without it. Do I need to turn on the light? Do I need to just go on to the next level? If I kill this cultist, if I go for this cultist, it's mainly just giving me more ammo. I guess we can go for it. Okay, so I think we might need to take the anti-shock traits next. And we probably do want to start trying to use ammo, except I'm not really sure where using these guns is actually useful, except for like a Tommy gun or shotgun against very strong enemies that I want to hurt before they get close to me. I think I want to... Fire trap is pretty bad. I think I want to keep hold of this. Except that now we need to actually drop something. I guess it's the revolver. Since we have so much ammo for the pistol. Now, how do I Only way I would get past this trap now is to put on this asbestos armor. Oh, is it? Okay, it's gone. Okay, so I can backtrack now to that door. This room is not useful, I guess. And our shock is very low right now. I don't like these things. I think one of them is going to end up hitting me. Right. Because we didn't stealth kill it. I'm okay with not fighting those things, except that there's not really other places to explore. This room is just a mess. And we can't pitchfork at things that are beyond our sight, it seems. We can try to push through this, but if there's anything dangerous, it's gonna mess us up because we'll be poisoned. We can do this, but we're gonna be very poisoned. I don't exactly know where we're going with this. Okay, so is this the prize? Not the best prize. We do still have a bunch of shock left, which is kind of surprising. So we'll try to explore that northern area. Mind leech. Yeah, this setup is pretty effective against melee enemies. You know, these hallways have me wondering ever since that one really bad time if like approaching the end of the hallway is just gonna give me secrets. And there it is, secrets. These things, I think, resist the pitchfork. We'll see if we can kick them. I think they don't sense me normally. Are these ones that use range attacks? I'm gonna see. So kicking doesn't do that much damage, but it kills it in like 3 hits, I guess. Okay, they infect. So maybe it's not a great fight. Okay, and the pitchfork does less damage than I would like. So I guess we're done here. We missed like one little spot, but that's okay. We have a lot of flares. Just so much Tommy gun ammo. Like, honestly, we could probably get rid of the Colt pistol. It's just that we have so much ammo for it. But we also have so much Tommy gun ammo that, like, all the other guns feel kind of obsolete. They will be obsolete. At least until we run out of ammo for the Tommy gun. I can't really... Well, if I start yelling, I guess I can make them come towards me. But they kind of don't. They kind of still don't come towards me. So maybe I should just ignore this and just move on. It's gonna take a lot of time to get through these rats. And I don't think there's a prize. But where actually is the way past? I would still have to go south. Okay, awkward. Yeah, I guess I was over eager to attack this floating skull. I thought it was alone, but it was not. So we kind of have to be careful in the future about corners. Like areas that are just beyond that I can't see. Here we can move back. This goat is gonna get a hit on us, but we're cursed so that our hit chance is lessened, but it says that our kick is still effective, interestingly enough. We could also test this scroll. It says that kicking is still accurate. Huh. So yeah, we're pretty capable in melee. And for some reason we're really tough. I think when I was a wizard, I took so much damage when I was fighting this goat. Like it hit me way harder. So I don't really know exactly what's going on. That it seems we're taking a lot less damage here. Okay, I said earlier that we could take cool-headed. Only thing is that, like the previous level, we weren't really hurting for more shock limit. And strong backed is also good, I guess. And the thing is, like, we don't actually need more carry weight because we're not even actually using the guns that we would carry. And I don't think we're going to be using other melee weapons either because this pitchfork is so good. On the other hand, we are actually at our weight limit, so we kind of do want this. Another thing we could take, thick-skinned, rapid recovery. What do I see as the problem? Things that maybe don't take physical damage at all would be a problem. Things that blast us from range would be a problem. In those cases, we're like on the defense and just trying to run away. Or if like we're surrounded or something like that. Hello. Or actually, silent would be pretty good. It wouldn't be bad. It would let us take like isolated small encounters. So there are a couple things we could take. Silent, lithe, anti-undead. Do we feel like we want this? I know in the late game mummies are like numerous. So this also is an option. I've said that I think I just want to be able to try to punch my way through everything with melee as much as possible, if I can. It's kind of working out, because the thing is, if you'd be able to do that, then you don't really need to use guns. And guns, I think, are much louder, maybe. And they're limited. But it's working out, because like we have so much spare ammo now. So silent needs stealthy. I think right now, if we last long enough, then we should be able to win most fights. So I'll just take survivability, I think. And we'll see how it feels, if we want more carry weight, or if we want, like, more stealth. Right now, I kind of want, like, the ability to handle the worst situations, because I'm not really sure if we can avoid the worst situations. So I mean, like, evasion, and do I want healing? Healing could be nice, because then you could just run away and you'd be more or less, you would more or less have good sustainability. Except against things that are faster than you, I guess. So against things that are faster than you, you can't actually escape. But this would still recover you a bunch of HP, over a longer fight. And is a longer fight, is Rapid Recoverer better than just Rugged? I think in situations where I'm in trouble, that I remember, it would be like, you would have like 6 turns, maybe 9 turns. But you also often have some opportunity to run away. You know, at least maybe half the time. But in all those cases, Dexterous is also reliable. Okay, fighting worms for some reason seems to give you tons of shock, is what it often seems like. So they're like not even useful to try to fight them. And the weight again. So I don't know. Have I put too much into survivability and I need other stuff? I don't know. I kind of want weight. I kind of want the shock limit. But I also don't really need the revolver. I've already ditched it. I've already ditched the pistol. Rod of Shockwave. We have... 27 rounds, 4% weight. Okay. I guess decisively getting rid of it. I mean, the pistol bullets are another like 4 or 5 pounds, right? 5 weight plus, yeah. Owie. We seem a lot less perceptive than the occultist. Like, the occultist always saw these traps ahead of time. I guess they have, like, it's noted down that they have, like, extra ability to see those things. Alright, so do I think there's another one in this room? So is it dangerous to go in? If I don't go in right now, then it could wander away, and I would be upset or something. I could also just yell here, and then it'll probably come towards me. Yeah, there it is. They're like, reliably not smart. Which is good. Dagger +2 I could take and use, probably. Bloated corpse, and here I guess we exit. It'd be nice to explore more. But as it is, we're saving time by being able to just smash our way through things. Any enemies that we find, we just punch right through. I don't know how much longer that's going to last. Like, if our combat ability is going to fall off at some point. Or, I mean, the enemies just get way too tough or something. These things are annoying. But, curing infection doesn't actually take that much. Does asbestos suit protect against these things' attacks? Let's test it out, I guess. Okay, no time to do it. Oh, they go through walls. I don't know. If they're in a door, I guess I couldn't be able to kick it past the door. These things also don't seem to get paralyzed. Or do they get paralyzed if I make them move? I still don't really know. I haven't been able to tell for sure. Oh, okay, so here's an opportunity to maybe kick it away. Or these things don't get kicked away. Alright. Okay, so oozes can't be kicked away. Kicking is more accurate. And our kick does somehow a ton of damage, enough to kill things. So like at close range, the kick with all these traits is pretty reliable. I'm not going to actually use the spike gun because it's so much weaker than just hitting things in melee. And again, we need to drop things. I guess we're dropping the pistol ammo. So here, it might be nice if we still had the rifle, except we wouldn't really be able to carry it. It would be nice to carry it. Here we go, abandoning all sidearm ammo. These are muscles are, I guess, good enough as sidearms. Certainly. A +1 axe is better in melee than the pitchfork, except that in melee range, our kick is also pretty damn good. And I don't really see anything that we want to toss out. I don't actually know if any of these spells are ever going to be useful because our mana is so low. We can't even use teleport. I don't know how fast the spirit points raise. I guess it's like 1 each level. So you're like, it's not really gonna work for us to try to carry this stuff. Like doors I can already probably open by kicking. Things that resist piercing I can probably also kill by kicking. Like I want the carrying capacity, but it also doesn't feel necessary. Like, if an area is lit, then these molds are fairly easy to kill. The only problem is if it's dark enough that I can't see them. And then I would need to get into their range. Okay, so what are we doing here? Shock is very high. Is there any reward for this? Not in this room, but I'm getting the opportunity to explore without letting these molds expand further, continue reproducing. Okay, so next opportunities I should try to identify scrolls and potions. Alright, so there it is. A dark room is much worse. These dark areas really suck for us. That's going to be a problem in the future. So we want to save these flares because there are it's easy to anticipate the dangerous situations where we're going to need light. Anything that's ranged in a dark room is gonna fuck me up if I try to rely on the pitchfork. And even if I have like guns, I still can't see them. My aim is gonna be bad. So I'm gonna want to save these flares and the cocktails for those moments. So here, I think I'm just gonna pull back. I don't really need to explore further. Are these hallucinations? Yeah, they're not moving, so they're hallucinations. They're also everywhere. Alright, so where's the exit? South. South is better because this area has some sort of invisible spirit enemy. Alright, so they already escaped my quarantine, and they've already spread to the rest of this floor. Mostly. So do I want these gun magazines? I guess not. We'll just abandon those. And we'll have some room perhaps for a Winchester rifle if we find one. And try to use the scroll and the potions. I mean, I guess I can use them right now, really. Potion of skill. Because using them increases my shock. Alright, so depth 7. Currently have a skill bonus. Okay, violent potions to throw at enemies. No, what do these things do? Are they like primordial worms? Are they dangerous enough to warrant anything? Are they like mind leeches in that they give you mind sapping? Alright, so where's this guy? I want to try to get close. Okay. Let's see if he gets paralyzed from this kick. He does not, because I did not manage to shove him away. So we skip the pistol. Just ignore the pistol. So I guess they can't see. Maybe the worms can't see. Would be why they cannot visually detect. Alright, so it's easy to covertly kill them. Nothing here that goes north. Unless there's some sort of secret passage I missed. So instead we go back here, explore this way and north. So just north. Alright, something to the north. A deep one nets me. I'm gonna want to escape this net really fast. Okay, it's easy to hit them. They have a net ranged attack. What else do they have? I haven't actually fought these in any of my previous runs, interestingly. Maybe I killed one, but I don't remember seeing many of these. Okay, we are effective at hitting things. Let's see what we got. Okay, so there's two of them. Okay, so they're not too threatening, at least for me, after I've skilled into melee, and we have a pretty decent weapon on us. We do still get stuck in mud as much as anyone else. As much as the wizard does, I think. So what's that about? Okay, bog, chair, and cultist. Cultist is more of a priority. Though the bog chairs can see in the dark. More Tommy gun ammo. We have so much Tommy gun ammo. So no corpses. We have so much Tommy gun ammo. I feel like we can blast our way through anything right now. But we have at least 20 more floors to go. Okay, staircase there. This floating skull. I wonder how threatening a floating skull is. If we yell, I think it can hear us. I'm not sure it can hear us because it's not coming towards us. Oh, wait. I just wasted a spike. So we're gonna see if this blind cultist comes here. Shock is still okay. This area did not have anything. That's useful. Okay, so good loot, mainly because we've not been using any ammo, and we've been getting a ton of Tommy guns. A ton of Tommy gun drums. Like an unusual amount. If any of those guys actually shot us, we might have died. But we've managed to get them all in melee range, or pitchfork range at least, and take them out. Before any of them have actually shot their Tommy guns at us. So the spear, compared to the pitchfork, the spear does not have any of the pitchfork's special abilities of pushing things away, paralyzing things, which is like, I haven't used a pitchfork to a great extent before this because previous runs have been wizards, but at least here, where I have the feats to mitigate the low accuracy of the pitchfork, this pitchfork is really good. But so, I need to identify... I've completely forgotten about wanting to identify these scrolls and some of these potions. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it doesn't feel, like, deeply important, because, like, I don't have enough spirit to cast any spells anyways. So, like, just a one-off scroll probably is not useful for me. Blood spells might be good. But I think that's the session here. Yeah. With 5 feeble senses, we pretend to comprehend the boundlessly complex cosmos. Yet other beings might not only see very differently, but might see and study whole worlds of matter, energy, and life, which lie close at hand, yet can never be detected with the senses we have.